Hey guys, I'm Claudia from Revelation 23, and today I'm going to be making a song using nothing but my voice and my laptop.
I'm a creature, infantries aren't worth a prayer, 'cause they still bleed. We cannot kill what is and was always meant to be. A god, not an effigy.
So I've got Logic loaded up here as you can see, and the next thing I'm going to do after that is I'm going to start adding instruments. One of my favourite things about Logic is musical typing, so if you're really lazy and you can't be bothered to get out your MIDI keyboard, you can basically just use your actual keyboard, so, you know? And I find this really, really useful. It also means that I can really make it with just a laptop and my voice, because I don't even need a MIDI keyboard to input these. I always like to start with drums, and we'll leave some room for an intro. So the instrument I'm going to use for this, I think, is a plugin by the producer of a band called Garbage. So Garbage, I saw them live last year in Edinburgh. They were absolutely fantastic. When I found out the drummer has a plugin of his own, I was like, I got to use this. So next up, I want to add some textural sounds. I'm going to go with drums because even if I pitch them and warp them later, we're still going to need that percussive element. I'm only going to use the native Logic samples because I kind of feel like it's cheating otherwise. Let's check some stuff out. Absolutely not. That's cool. I want something I can warp myself, actually. Oh, found sounds interesting. That's the one. I want to add some stuff to the sound chain here for this. So I'm going to change my plugin here because I feel like there's definitely something that could do it better. This is the plugin I really love. It's called Valhalla Space Modulator. This is one of the best kind of like filtery plugins that I've found, so I use it for a lot of things. Wide chorus, see how that goes. So you can really hear the difference. I like that. I think that sounds like quite nice and menacing. So I think we've already got our first verse actually. So for recording the intro, I think I'm gonna want something that's generally quite similar to what we've already got here. I'll probably take this, splice it in, but I've added it to a different channel because I think I want to probably add some effects. And we can have a really like slammed snare for this one. So that's the one. Sorry, I've just realised my phone ran out of battery when I filmed the last segment, so if you see any discrepancies between takes, that's what that's about. But I did take the opportunity to make myself a cup of coffee. The next thing we're going to put in is a chorus. I want to have some more hi-hat. I'm going to be putting that down. I think it's just going to be very regular 16ths. But I want them fairly quiet. Close on an open hi-hat. We're going to have a slightly different chord progression for this. 3, 4, 1. I'm fine to keep it sparse in the beginning, but I think I want like a synth string part here. Just a chord line to go on top. I think another one too. It just needs a little something extra, so I'm going to use a little phaser. Rinse and repeat, that's always what you do in production. That being said, I do want a little something in between. I want my found sounds to come back. Just gonna clean up my files a little bit. As you may know, I'm a huge fan of Neural DSP, and when I found out that they made a vocal plugin, I knew I had to go get it. This is Mantra. I do all my like vocals for my actual songs using iZotope. That means you can get everything just the way you want it. The huge advantage of this Mantra is the low latency. So I can pretty much just sing it with you, record it, we'll hear it in live time. As for settings, we'll probably tweak those later once we've got a recording. We've got de-esser, we've got EQ. I've left auto-tune off. That's how it's placed. We might use it later if we want some really like over-corrected, like over-textured vocals. So let's get recording vocals.
Oh my love, did you hear my cries? The agonal breaths were the warning signs. There are some lines we cannot cross and still come back from, 'cause we'll come back wrong. I'm a creature, infantries aren't worth a prayer, 'cause they still bleed. We cannot kill what is and was always meant to be. A god, not an effigy. Just a body beneath the pulse in the circuitry. On my hands and knees touch my tongue to the battery.
Okay, so I think we've got something pretty workable there. And now the difficult part is going to be where to go from here. So we've got a verse, chorus. And normally as a metalhead, this is where I'd put a thundering breakdown. And the thing is, it's so tempting because I've literally got a guitar here that's tuned in drop A and this song is in A minor, but I will resist for the purposes of this video. Maybe I might make it a different version with guitar later because I can just hear it. So we want to go straight from this. Not quite into silence, because that's silence at the moment, but definitely into something akin to silence. I've got an idea of what vocals I want on top of this, and I'll add the lyrics now. This song's definitely going to be a little bit shorter than my normal songs, only based purely off the fact that I'm not allowed to use any of my instruments, so normally where I'd put like solos or interludes or whatever, it's just going to not have much of that. So I think we're going to keep that drum free for that purpose, and we're going to, you know what, this is almost like a breakdown, but it's not. It's not. 2, 3, 4. So I want these two to be a bit quieter. I want it to almost crescendo. Nice. Show me your wires, baby. Want to see the things you heard from the waking world. And I want something fairly relaxed for this, so I don't want something loud. Ooh. It's a bit too relaxed. This is the one. I want it's basic enough, it's got some claps, it's good. And then I'm going to go with one of my favourite native plugins, which is Stereo Spread. The other thing I like about this sample is it's got like this reversed symbol at the end. I use one in Haunt Me. I think now what we're going to end up doing is recording the vocals for this bridge. And I want them to be largely I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to do a lot of weird stuff to them in processing afterwards. But for now, we'll just record it and keep it fairly minimalist, see how it goes.
Live out your silicon nightmares, dead to rights when they find us shaking in a hollow tomb.
Hey guys, so I'm back after a cup of tea and cleaning up some audio recordings. Now we want to add the outro. Those of you who know me as a drummer know I'm all about the crash. I'm going to use my favourite sampler for that, 2 drums. If you know, you know. There's a really good china somewhere in here. Alright, let's go.
Not an effigy.
There we are. Once again, I'm going to use Valhalla. This time it's the reverb plugin. I absolutely love this plugin. It's delay, reverb, everything in one, and it's absolutely brilliant. So we'll go on this. We're going to need a little bit of a bass. I think it's going to be a very simple pattern because we're going to layer on some more stuff.
Not an effigy.
It's still missing something. It needs like a proper growl to it, I think. I'm going to duplicate this part because it's purely for layering. I'm using one of my favourite bass plugins, but again, I'm just kind of scattering this everywhere so it comes out sounding really ruined. I'm going to add a pitch shifter. I only want that to come in, it just wants to deteriorate towards the end. You know, you want to feel the end coming. Okay. There. So that's that sorted. Outro vocals. Now, this is my harsh vocal chain. I'm just going to give it one go and call it done.
Was always meant to be a god of nothing effigy. A god of effigy.
All that remains now is to do some mixing and maybe a couple minor tweaks to add some little bits and bobs. This has been surprisingly difficult, actually. I thought, because I like synths, I thought this would be a lot easier than it was. I cannot wait to go give my guitar a giant hug. I think it's going to sound alright. It might sound a bit like the metal song that almost was at the end, but not quite. I've got to do some mixing stuff with the vocals. I want to adjust like how strong the effects are. Given that we're not using any physical instruments today, this is really the only level of physical expression that I've got.
From the waking world, live out your silicon nightmares, dead to rights when they find us shaking in a hollow tomb.
Hey Okay guys, so we're pretty much coming to the end of the night, and therefore the end of this challenge. It has been quite difficult, but it's been enjoyable. I'm going to put it through a basic mastering chain. I'm curious to see what Ozone is going to make of this, to what kind of genre this is. No way! It did not put it back in rock, even after we've literally used absolutely zero guitars. You know what? I'm counting that as an achievement. So let's listen to it, shall we? I'm a little bit nervous, I don't know why.
Oh my love, did you hear my cry? The agonal breaths were the warning signs. There are some lines we cannot cross and still come back from, 'cause we'll come back wrong. And my creature infantries aren't worth a prayer, 'cause they still bleed. We cannot kill what is and was always meant to be. A god, not an effigy. Just the body beneath, the pulse in the circuitry. On my hands and knees, touch my tongue to the battery. And my creature infantries aren't worth a prayer, 'cause they still bleed. We cannot kill what is and was always meant to be. A god, not an effigy. Show me your wires, baby. Wanna see the things you heard from the waking world. Live out your silicon nightmares, dead to rights when they find us shaking in a hollow tomb. And my creature infantries aren't worth a prayer, 'cause they still bleed. We cannot kill what is and was always meant to be. A god, not an effigy. A god, not an effigy. A god, not an effigy.
That's it, that's done. I thought that went pretty well actually. Like, definitely the editing's a bit choppy because I've done this in a day, and it's definitely a mix and match of a lot of different genres, you know, because I think we've really fused this electro metal kind of thing. So I can tell you now, I actually really enjoyed that. I thought that was, honestly, I'm still kind of a little bit tempted to make a version with guitars, because I can feel where the breakdown would come in. But yes, I might add that. So did you guys enjoy that? Let me know what you think. I'm glad I did it. I'm also going to upload the mixed version of this to YouTube, just in case you guys want to listen to it by itself without me talking all the time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to, I can't believe I'm going to do the YouTuber thing now. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that share button. I feel like I've sold my soul to Google. If you made it this far, thanks for sticking around, and it's time for me to plug my Spotify. I've got 6 songs out, all kind of like alternative rock, alternative metal. Definitely the last one had loads of synths, like Sweet For You. I think that was described as like synth goth. I hope you enjoy the song. I've linked it in the ending screen. Well, fingers crossed technology works. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Lots of love, Revelation 23.